Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom, and today I'm going to be talking about self-love tips. So there are so many steps and tips on how to love yourself, and there's so many books on this subject, so much advice from many other spiritual people. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my journey and give tips and my perspective. I always feel with self-love, I always want to put a disclaimer in saying with self-love, it's never about being selfish or indulging selfish behaviour or narcissistic behaviour. It's simply about respecting oneself, being kind to oneself and honouring oneself. And it's a beautiful journey, and that's what it is, self-love. However, if you're new to my channel, Spiritual Wisdom, my name's Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, and all manner of spiritual topics. And if you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified each time I make a new video. So, step number 1 is to enjoy the process and the journey. I've done a video on words you shouldn't use when trying to manifest. So I think it was money I was talking about, but also just words you shouldn't use when trying to manifest in general. So one word you shouldn't try to use though when trying to give up a bad habit is the word never. Because, for example, if you love cake, most people love cake or chocolate, and you say to yourself, oh, I'm never going to have chocolate again or this again, it feels so daunting and you set yourself up for failure. So it's better to say, like, today I'm going to have a good day, or I'm going to take the right steps and actions. So self-love's a journey and a process, and me, I didn't always love myself, I wasn't always confident, but I've always had a thirst for knowledge, and I pursued that, and from a young age I had many spiritual interests and experiences, and there were many people that inspired me to be a YouTuber and talk about spiritual things, and this is what sort of led me onto this path now. But it's a journey, self-love, a process and a journey, and you want to enjoy it, and each day of your waking life you take steps in that direction to better your relationship with yourself. Tip 2 would be to start a self-love journal. Do journal exercises and start a self-love journal. Journaling really helps your mental health. It's so good to write down your thoughts, what you had that day, your feelings, and then as time goes on, has those feelings or thoughts changed in any way? And journaling just helps you keep track of your emotions, your feelings, and that as well. Now, in my self-love journal, it's a binder, what I've decorated, but there are many gods and goddesses of self-love, and I do a lot of deity work in my spiritual practice. Now, my main goddess is Hecate, and my main god is Apollo, but I work with different gods and goddesses as well, and I respect all of them. And before you work with a god or goddess, you want to get to know their mythology, get to know a little bit about the myths, the history, and always be respectful. And the way you look at that god or goddess, how you treat them, is going to be based on your relationship. Now, deity work isn't for everyone, but these gods or deities will pick you. You don't necessarily pick them. Now, people might say, oh, I've had a bad experience with this deity or that deity. But when this happens, this has happened to an individual because of their religious trauma or bad experience. It's more about their mind and their perspective, and rather than anything to do with that particular deity. But that's a subject for another day. So within your self-love journey, you can create a cover page. So in my book, I've got the goddess Aphrodite. Aphrodite was the first goddess I ever worked with, and she made her presence very known to me in Rome, because I didn't have a statue of goddess Aphrodite on my altar. I just prayed to her, gave offerings, and over time she would, in Rome, she really came through. But I still work with Aphrodite, and she really helps me sort of love myself, look after myself. So again, Dare to Work can help you in many ways, because all the gods and goddesses that come into your life, spirits, angels, they want to help you become your best self and improve yourself. But an image, it's good when you're creating your self-love journal to place a positive image that makes you think of self-love. Also, doing self-love exercises such as writing down my strengths, get to know your strengths, get to know your flaws and weaknesses. There's a lot to it. There are many journal exercises, so get a journal and start doing some self-love journal exercises. Tip 3 is to fill your emotional cup. Now, there's an old saying where you can't pour from an empty cup, which is true, but when we talk about an empty cup, we're not referring to a physical cup, we're referring to the symbology of cups. So cups are about emotions, the element of water, feelings, emotions. So if you're not happy, if you're mentally, you're not in a good place mentally, physically, or emotionally, you can only give to people what you have to offer. So when you love yourself and you're in a good place with yourself, and this is the teaching here, self-love helps you be a better person and helps you help more people, because you should never run on empty. And many people, I see this all the time as a spiritual practitioner, or I feel it off people, they end up running around everyone else like a headless chicken, and they forget their needs, their wants, and they're just running on empty, being so selfless. Now, yes, we should be selfless and kind and generous, but there's got to be a bit of balance there. So you've got to be in a good place mentally, physically, and emotionally before you help others, because you can only give what you have to give, and if you're burning on empty, you won't have anything really to give. So that's why it's important to work on yourself every day. Make sure your cup is full before you start helping people. And tip number 4 is create boundaries. It's okay to say no. Now, people, you can't control people or their actions. You can only control what you think and what you do, or how you react to other people. But it's okay to say no, and sometimes you need to say no, and you should always create boundaries. And if people overstep those boundaries, then you should cut them out of your life, those types of people, and you should really have nothing to do with them, because you need to create boundaries to protect yourself, and that's part of self-love. Just like if you were a parent or guardian, you would set certain rules or boundaries on your child, not to harm them or punish them, but simply to teach them right for wrong. Or you would tell them to get in for a certain time, to sort of teach them a routine or boundary to protect them, because you wouldn't want your child out at midnight if you're wandering about, because anything could happen. So being self-love also teaches you inner child work. So it teaches you, to create boundaries, and you would also give good advice to people you love and teach them to do certain things that are good for them. Tip 5 is let go of negative habits and negative people. So if you hold on to things that are not good for you, they're only going to cause you pain in the long run. So this could be a relationship. Sometimes with romantic relationships, the person you're with might not be a bad person, but you and that person are just not right for each other, romantically speaking. So it's best to let go of that. If a relationship makes you unhappy, it doesn't serve you, or you've got bad habits that are making you a prisoner, then it's time to free yourself. And again, that's a process and a journey. Step 6, which is very important, is free yourself from the comparison trap. We all do. We all go, oh, I wish my life was like ... whoever, or I wish I had that type of house, this type of money. Let yourself free of all that. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't wish. Your dreams should be unique and they should represent you. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't wish to be like anyone else. You are wonderful and beautiful just the way you are. Rather you're watching this video, all of you are watching it, you have the knowledge, but you are wonderful, amazing human beings just the way you are. And even people that aren't watching it, everyone on the planet is an amazing, unique being. You were born different. You were born different to make a difference. So be different, be yourself. In order to be yourself, you've got to be different, because each and every one of us are different. So stop comparing yourself to others. We all do it. Even I've been guilty of it. I go, oh, I wish I had what they had, or I wish my house was like that, or ... But you should never compare yourself to others. It causes so much suffering in comparing yourself to others. And it's a process, and being grateful will help you let go of the comparison trap, because people really don't know just how blessed they are, and the more grateful you are, you end up with more things to be grateful for. So let go of the comparison trap. Number 7, believe in yourself, and that's a process. Believe in your vision. So believing in yourself means believe in your dreams, believe in your vision, believe in yourself, and that takes time. And number 8, which is my last tip, tip 8 is never give up on your dreams or your goals. It might take you years, because everything you want in life will manifest, but in divine time, at the right time, and only the universe knows when the right time is for that to happen. So, but you've got to put the work in, The universe is not necessarily going to give you what you want on a plate. It might give you better, or it might give you exactly what you need. So always bear that in mind. The universe is your best interests at heart, and it will give you what you need, or what you need or want in a positive way. But it's a journey. You could never give up on your dreams or goals. Just like if you, with your partner or your family, you would go out your way to help their dream or goal become a reality, and you would encourage them not to give up on themselves or their dreams. Be that way with yourself. And number 9, be kind to yourself. Always be kind to yourself. Be nice and be kind to yourself, and level up your self-care. So be kind, which is be kind to yourself. Think kind thoughts about yourself and be kind. And number 10, level up your self-care. So these are my 10 steps to loving yourself, 10 tips or steps to loving yourself better. I'm going to add an extra tip, which is 11. Learn to enjoy your own company. Right? Doesn't mean you are alone, but learn to enjoy your own company. So I'm going to finish it there. Those are the 10 tips to loving yourself. And there are so many tips and guidance. And self-love, when you love yourself, it doesn't mean you won't go through problems in life. We all go through problems. We all find ourselves at a crossroads. But self-love will open many doors for you. It will make you a confident person. It will help you be confident, be happy, and it will better your life. Self-love, and it's a journey, and it's one of the keys to living a happy, successful, and better life. However, to the next installment of Spiritual Wisdom, this is me just giving you some tips on self-love, and these tips are there to help you love yourself better. However, until next time, have a great day. May meet, may part, and meet again. Blessed be.